What's good, Ignitions? What's good? Thank you guys for joining me in today's video. If you guys are new here, my name is Santos. If you guys are returning subscribers, you guys already know what's good, fam. Thank you guys for the continued support and welcome back to another video. So, as you guys can see, we are changing it up a little bit. I'm currently on vacation and I definitely wanted to give you guys a get ready with me. Today, we're not doing anything crazy. We are going on a tour, and then I am here, well, first of all, let me just set the tone. I am here in Hershey Park. I am currently on vacation. Definitely needed it, okay? But yes, we are going to do a tour of some type of tour with the chocolate factory, and I know that since COVID, they closed the big tour of the chocolate factory. I think they have a digital one, and then you'll have a chocolate making class afterwards. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm not going to get lavishly beat, okay? I'm going to just do a simple beat because I also want to take pictures. I'm currently in the Hilton True Hotel. I love the Hilton franchises, especially the suites. Usually I choose a suite over a room like this, but this room is super aesthetically pleasing. As you guys can see, what? Okay, this is the cutest room I've ever been in. I do like the length or the boldness of a suite because it's obviously a lot bigger, but this room is cute. It is very cute. The bed feels like heaven. If you guys been to a hotel, to a Hilton, anything, you guys already know. But anyways, I'm rambling, so let's get on to the makeup. So if you guys are interested in what I prepped it, here's what I prepped with. So I did prep with the Glow Recipe toner and serum, and then for my moisturizer, I did use the TATCHA, the Dewy Skin Cream, and then for lips, I did use the Artist Couture Silky Lip Oil. My skin is currently prepped, so we're gonna go ahead and start the makeup. So you guys already know, nothing changed. We're gonna get into some prep. So I already have my lip oil on, so if you guys are interested and wanna see a close-up. So for skin prep, we're gonna go ahead and use these two. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up shot really quickly. So with the oil, first of all, if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys already know this used to be my holy grail, and I pulled it out because we are going into a drier season. You definitely want to make sure that you are prepping the skin right. You guys know I preach preparation because that is ultimately what's going to give you that really flawless airbrush application that everybody wants, but nobody wants to take the time to do the skin prep, which is a problem. Guys, make sure that you are taking the initial steps to go ahead and prep the skin, okay? So now that we have our oil on, I'm gonna go ahead and take my holy grail. You guys know the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I'm gonna go ahead and just do two little lines here. Obviously I have oil on, so it's already contributing to the glow, so I don't want to be overly glowy through my foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out with a brush. Now, if you guys want, you can go ahead and do it with your fingers. You're gonna shear it out if you go ahead and do it with your fingers. If you do it with a brush, you're gonna keep the coverage that it does offer and still get that really beautiful glow. So you want to go ahead and put this on. Again, I like to almost press it into the skin so I keep that coverage. If you haven't tried this, it's so good. I highly recommend it. I've been using this since I got it. This is the second bottle and I'm almost finished with it. That's how much I love it, okay? So must have for the collection. So now that we have our skin nice and glowy, we want to go ahead and get into color correcting the under eyes. That's what I personally do. If you guys do not have any dark circles, you guys can skip this. But I'm going to go ahead and color correct because I have terrible dark circles. So I'm going to use the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is in a specific color. It's called Biscuit. Biscuit has a very salmony color, so it will wipe out any kind of purple under the eyes, and the formula, it's not heavy. It just corrects beautifully without adding bulk. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this right in the inner portion of my eye. And then just a little bit out here. You don't need to put a lot out here because, especially when you get older, less product under the eyes is going to be more fitting, so that way it doesn't crease. I'm going to work with my fingers in today's video because I'm limited and I am traveling to what I have with me. And you guys already know your fingers are one of your best tools. So don't forget that, okay? Don't be scared to use your finger. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just press this gently into my under eye and anywhere I might have a little bit of blue. Look at how beautiful my under eyes look. Do you guys see the difference? Even, okay, with the right color corrector, even it's gonna wipe out all of that shadow. As you guys can see here, you still see a lot of the brown and purple. Here you don't see any. You guys do see the difference, right? I hope so. So now I'm gonna jump into foundation. So the foundation cocktail that I do have is, of course, the Holy Grail. It is the Nars products. You're gonna see a lot of Nars products in today's video. I have been a Nars fan for a very long time. This is one of the complexion brands that never fail. It always just looks good. So these are the two foundations that I'm gonna go ahead and use. So with this cocktail, I do like to go ahead and mix them. So I get a satiny kind of formula. I do not like my foundations completely matte. I am more on the drier side. What I personally like to do is take a little bit of the matte foundation, and I'm not taking a lot, guys. I'm just like literally dabbing it, and yeah, I'm just spreading it out. When you do like this, when you put this on with it, it just, oh my god, it creates this beautiful veil of foundation that I'm absolutely obsessed with. So as you guys can see, I am pressing it into the skin, and I am just going ahead and building that coverage until I get that desiredness. Now for this area right here, for my laugh lines, I do laugh a lot. I also, with this side of my mouth, I talk a lot because you know I'm swaggy. Okay, so I'm always talking like this, so you see that the indent, right? So we want to make sure that we don't have lots of product there, because if you have a lot of bulkage of product there, let me tell you something, it is going to crease. Okay, it is going to crease, and honestly, that is not the cutest. Also, if you're like me that likes to make sure I have control of our foundation, I do always have a tissue on hand, excuse me, and I just take my foundation brush and I wipe it, so that way I'm not depositing or pushing too much coverage in the skin. I am loving the way my skin is looking as far as coverage. I don't feel like I need anything else. For concealer or brightening, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Born This Way concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of concealer on. Nothing too much. I don't know if I told you guys, I rediscovered this concealer recently. I used to love this concealer back in the day when it first came out. And then of course you discover new things. But let me tell you, this concealer is so amazing. Honestly, it's a very hydrating concealer, and for the longevity, this bad boy does not crease. Okay, it does not crease. It lasts all day, and I really like that it's a thinner formula, but that has coverage. So I love that. I'm also going to blend this out with my finger. Again, limited tools here, so just make sure that your finger is clean, and then I'm gonna just press it out, and watch it how beautiful the brightness that this product gives you. And mind you, it's light. You know, that's what I really love about this, is that it's a light product. It doesn't add bulk. But look already, I'm not even completely blended out, and it looks so good. Now that everything is nice and even and flat looking, I can move on to my next step. Now, the next step in my makeup routine is to add dimension. For bronzer or contour, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Mocha. Now, there's a couple of ways that I personally like to do this, but if you want the most natural, it is all about building instead of just going in, okay? So I like to take the same brush, and as you guys can see, I like, when I'm traveling, I like a product or a brush that's gonna be multi-use. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to build. If you wanna go ahead and streak it on, do your thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take the product, and then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and push it into the skin. So take a good amount. With this one, this is almost the same colors as the bristles, I can't see. So just tap it, see where you're at. So you guys see that beautiful contour? We don't want it to be harsh. We want it to be soft. Go ahead and start here at the cheek. And guys, it's very important to lift. Go upwards, do not go down. The lift honestly looks the best on everyone's face. Also for here, I want to go ahead and add a little bit of definition. So I am going to take a small brush, and I'm just going to go right up in here, okay, to kind of slim out and give definition to my nose. So the blush that I'm using is the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. And what I said or mentioned when I was applying this, that I love this formula. The reasons why I love this formula is because in itself, it's a very pigmented formula that is very buildable and breathable. So what does that mean is that it's a thin layer of product that goes on the skin and creates a veil, but it doesn't add bulk. Again, that is so important, especially if you are somebody in your 30s or a little bit more mature than me. You want products that are flexible. Actually applying it, just go ahead and press. As you guys can see, my movement is literally just tapping it into the skin, again creating that beautiful coverage. And what I like to do is don't bring it downwards, bring it up. Let your bronzer have its moment as well as your blush. And don't be afraid to bring it towards the eye, because when you put on your powders, like your brightening powder, it is going to softly create like almost a veil, so it creates a soft transition between the blush and the bronzer, and it looks so good. So again, don't be scared to bring it up. You're not doing anything wrong. It's actually super flattering to the face. And if you've never tried this method, try it and thank me later. I have my blush on and I actually really like it. Again, I just want it to be a veil on the skin, so when I actually put on the powdered blush and bronzer, it is just going to give me a very airbrushed look, and that is the whole point. At this point is to just look flawless. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and now go into the setting portion of this video. So I'm going to use 2 different powders to set. I'm also going to use 2 different applications. So for my under eye, I'm going to use a powder puff. So this is what it looks like. For powder application, I am going to use a brush. So we're going to actually start off with the overall complexion. Powder that I'm going to be using in today's video is the Sephora Micro Smooth Finishing Powder. I love this powder. If you guys are more to the drier side, this is a really phenomenal powder because it's mineral based. So usually mineral products are baked. So it just gives you that almost kind of like airbrush, and it kind of like melts and marries with the actual foundation instead of like powders just sitting on top of them. A must have for your collection. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So with this, I like to take a very big brush because when you have a bigger brush, it diffuses the powder a lot more, so it doesn't add a heavy veil of product. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit both sides, right? Tap off excess, that's important. And then press, y'all, press. It really does make a difference when you press powder into the skin. It gives you that airbrush look, that almost like poreless look that we love. So just press it into the skin. So now we're gonna move on to our under eyes. So let's slow it down really quickly, let's talk, okay? So when you are doing your under eye, it is very important at this point, if you have any creasing on the eye, to go ahead and smooth them out. Because if you go ahead at this point and set your concealer with creases, y'all, the creases are gonna stay set, okay, all day. So please don't make that mistake. I know we all have, listen, we learn from our mistakes. So we're not doing that. So I have a little bit of a crease right here. So we're gonna go ahead and blend that into the skin. A lot of you guys, y'all know I love me my collab Set the Stage or my Huda. Unfortunately, those things are too large to carry with me, so I'm going to use the tried and true, the legendary Laura Mercier setting powder. Let's go ahead and set. So I'm going to go ahead and take my powder puff. I am going to dip it into the powder, right? And then, y'all, again, for all of my people that are in their 30s and up, please do not go ahead and bake. Unless you have filler under the eye, that is not going to look good. Take off the excess product in the back of your hand, just like this. Alright, and then move upwards, move up. And you'll see, and y'all, I'm not moving the powder puff off of my skin. I'm just pressing, okay? And you'll see that you get that airbrushed look. Now, if you feel that you want a little bit more brightness, because a lot of us, come on now, a lot of us like that very bright under eye, you can do another thin layer, okay? Just make sure you have a setting spray afterwards, so that way you can melt everything in. But thin layers of setting powder is okay. And then, y'all know I have a pore missing here, so I can fill it in with powder. let's get into my bronzing palette. I am using the Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Sunstalker Bronzer. You guys know, if you've been with me for a little bit, this palette is lit. So what I'm gonna do for here is that I'm a mixer, okay? I like to take like light color, a mid-tone color, and a dark color to add dimension. So I usually start with this. So this is where the magic happens. Again, everybody has their favorite parts of their face, but this is where the magic happens to me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and, do you see my technique? Did you see that? Let's do that again. I'm gonna grab some powder, and then we're gonna go here, right? And push upwards. Stop playing with me. Push up, okay? We want lift, we don't want sag. This is where it's at for me. This is where the makeup starts to come together and I start feeling like a baddie, okay? So again, back and forth, and press, press, press. My face looks so good so far, okay? So this is what bronzer, a right application of bronzer looks like. Now we are going to add blush. If you guys have been following me again for a while, you guys know the Juvia's Place Volume 2 palette is my favorite blush palette that's come out in the last year. This one is done, y'all, like literally, but I still love it. So these are the two colors. It comes with a peach and a pink. This application is going to be very simple, so let me go ahead and show you guys. I'm using the same brush. Again, if you feel like there's way too much product, just go ahead and take it off on a tissue. Remember, we are limited to what tools we have. Again, we're going to go into the pink. Go ahead and place, and then again, moving upwards, y'all. Move up, don't move down. Okay, look at that. Y'all can't say nothing to me right now. Can't say shit to me. I'm cute. Okay, so apply as much blush as you feel. I'm not going to overly do it. Again, I'm doing a wearable look. We're not doing a production video. Okay guys, so here is what the blush application is giving, and when I tell y'all, it's looking so good. I'm feeling like a baddie, and I'm not even done. I'm gonna go ahead and add brows. Some people don't, you know, but I am, because hello, with that girl. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is use the Anastasia brow pencil in the color chocolate. This is my holy grail brow pencil. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So when I personally do my brows, I don't do too much to them. I just literally, they're usually shaped professionally, so I don't have too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I be having some, you know, sparse eyebrows. Personally, I like to start from the front of the brow, and I do light strokes. This chocolate brow color is a perfect brown. It is not dark, but it's not too light. It is the perfect, I love chocolate. I have used the shade darker than this. Is way too dark. It's called dark brown. It's way too dark. I really love for my natural hairs to show through. Again, giving that wispy feel. And I'm gonna finish this off with a like wax product that really gives that almost like laminated brow look, which, oh my gosh, I love so much. As long as the front is really showing and has that nice fade, and the rest of the brow has, you know, some color to it, this is perfectly fine. To set this, y'all, this is the GOAT, okay? If you guys have not tried this product, y'all truly are missing out, okay? I've been talking about this product for a year now, and for good reason. This product has been with me. This is my third product. It's amazing. This will give you that laminated brow and keep your brow hairs in place. Refi is the GOAT, okay? So let me show you guys what it looks like. Guys, so here is the Refi Brow Gel. So I am gonna apply this. I barely tap my brow hairs, okay? I'm literally just feathering them upwards, okay? Now, with this, you can build it. You can get that super stiff, I mean, when I tell y'all stiff, it is stiff, kind of lamination, or you can do just a soft feathering. Whichever you prefer. My brows are filled and I am absolutely obsessed. You guys see, this is what I personally look forward to when I do my brows. I like the wispiness of it all, okay? I feel like for me, it definitely gives my face a lift. It also makes me look younger, I think. Alright guys, now this is optional. You do not have to do this because this is absolutely fine. If you guys want to add dimension to your eyes, you can go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my bronzer palette and I'm just gonna dip into the 3 brown shades and I'm just gonna go ahead and add dimension to my crease. Again, you don't have to do this, but I just find that it just makes a difference as far as dimension. I feel like it brings your eyes out just a little bit. You know, you don't have to overly do it, but a little bit of, you know, definition don't hurt nobody, okay? So I'm not even doing this precisely. I'm going ahead and just throwing this bad boy in my crease. If you are a little bit more, if you're actually doing an eye look, listen, go do you boo. I'm not doing a look, so I just want that wash and that dimension, okay? Don't worry, this is a little harsh for me. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, so do not worry about that, because you're gonna look crazy. What I'm gonna do is take a fluffier blending brush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my facial powder, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dip into it, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and softly blend the edges of this, so this is gonna give that airbrush look, and already, like, boom. Okay, this is what I love to teach you guys these tricks because it ultimately makes a difference. So wherever that powder is looking harsh, you just go over this and it gives a beautiful diffusion. Like you didn't even put on that much eyeshadow and it just looks flawless, okay? And that's exactly what we want when we're doing our makeup. So now that I'm like actually happy with how it looks, I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of inner tear duct highlight. Also, if you guys want to clean up your eyelid, you can take this onto your eyelid. So it looks like you already put 2 shadows. Let me tell you, when I worked at MAC, this is the things that we had to do. And we had to improvise and use things to look good in like 5 minutes. Okay, stop playing. Eyeshadow is nice and blended, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on some highlight, rice paper, and nylon. Okay, these are the original classics. I like to go ahead and make like almost a U shape because my eyes are super round. I don't like to just focus it here. I actually like to make my eyes look a little bigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take this right here on the inner tear duct, but going upwards, okay? So I'm gonna put it down and then go up like this. This is gonna give that diffused light to the inner portion. Do you guys see that? Also, if you guys wanna use this as a brow bone highlight, you can go ahead and use that. It really is just gonna make the eyebrow pop, the brow bone, but just at where the arch is, okay? Because you don't wanna look like you're in the 90s. Remember that like thin brow with the white highlight? Oh my God, stop it. Stop it right now. So now that we have our highlights, we're gonna go ahead and apply our mascara. All right, so let's get into my favorites. I've been speaking about this for a year. I don't know why this mascara is not like spoken about highly on social media, but this is my favorite and I'm putting you guys on, okay? This is the One Size Fantasize Mascara. It's in a big red tube. Y'all cannot miss this and it is so good. Let me show you guys what it looks like. With this mascara, you don't need a lot. Honestly, I am a huge fan. Huge fan. I think this is my 3rd tube. Like, just amazing. And it's so black, okay? Black. Like, oh my God. It's like, I don't know if this has like carbon pigment, but any lash that you have that you think you don't have, it's gonna show up with this mascara, okay? You be seeing lashes that you don't even know you have, which I love. So I like to do a light coating first and then build from there. You know, it's all about building. But this mascara can get clumpy if you put too much on. So I like to find a happy medium between this formula, but it does make my lashes look so stunning. I always, when I tell you, always get compliments on my lashes when I wear this mascara. I'm just saying it's good. Before, after, come on. So here is where we at. The face is sitting. The eyes are looking gorgeous. So I decided that I am gonna go ahead and add my freckles. So I'm gonna use this product. This is a freckle creator. So this is it's waterproof, water resistant, so it will stay on. It's almost like henna. This is by Marla Scott Cosmetics. Let me show you guys what it looks like. I personally love freckles. Yeah, if you've been writing with me for a long time, you guys already know I'm obsessed. And I just think that adding freckles really just creates this beautiful naturalness to the face. I always do in here, and I put it on my eyelids and I do my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and set the remaining part of my face. I do have my own setting spray here. This is in the MAC Fix Plus bottle. This is my own custom formula, but use whatever you have on hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my skin a couple of times. Let everything marinate. You already know how it is. And then of course, if you have a fan, go ahead and fan off your face. I don't have one, so I'm gonna just use this palette. Listen, you gotta improvise sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, so everything is nice and set. The freckles are freckling, the skin is skinning, okay? We are looking like a whole baddie, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the camera and fix my hair because we got places to go, and then I'll wrap up this video in a few, okay? So I'll see you guys. So yes guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. It is a little different. We are, you know, figuring out exactly our style of videos. So anyways, I hope you guys all enjoy. Do sound off in the comments and let me know what you guys think. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you guys waiting for? You know, we have an amazing community here on the channel, as well as if you guys aren't already following me on my other social media platforms, I do leave them in the description bar down below, so don't forget to check that out. So with everything said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you again, and you guys already know I will catch you guys in the next one. Later, friends.